Hi, I'm Ivy Levy, and this is Ivy's in my kitchen at halftime. I'm actually a professional foodie. What I do is I teach people how to cook in their own homes. I teach people how to set up their kitchens to make cooking and organizing easy, and I can teach anybody how to cook. I'm actually today going to teach my friend Greg how to make a Super Bowl sandwich from heaven. The season is coming and you got to get ready, and ordering a hero from a sub place is fine.
Too expensive.
But man, it's lame and you can never get your mouth around it. We have something that's completely better. You're going to love this. You're going to do this for your friends this year.
All right.
We're going to start with a large round loaf of bread. I like sourdough, but I recommend using any kind of bread that you like. It doesn't matter. As long as it's big enough to work with, and if it comes in a bag, save it for later. The Super Bowl sandwich is stuffed. So the basic premise is that you want to cut the top off right through, and then you want to cut around the inside. And then rip the guts out.
You save that for anything?
Actually, yeah, we make cocktail croutons with it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we definitely use all of it.
We don't waste anything in the kitchen.
No.
Okay.
All right. So take your hands. They're clean, right?
Yes.
Okay. Start scooping.
Scooping out more?
Start scooping it. Yeah. Come around the sides to start scooping it out. Move this out of the way. When you're finished, I want you to take, we're using magic oil. You can use any kind of oil. This is my product. It's called magic oil, and it's a flavored cooking oil, and you use it in place of oil in every recipe. If you're at home, you can use any type of oil, olive oil, safflower, anything that you have available. Take the brush and swirl it around the inside when you're finished. Now, I'm going to go through the stuffings. This is the best part of this recipe. You get to go shopping. Go to your favorite deli. I go to the Italian deli. And tell them you want a 1/4 pound of everything. Look at the size of this. Then you want to make a pile and use that to figure out what size bread you should have. See? Now, I'm going to start unwrapping these. We have everything from Sicilian salami. We have fried eggplant. We have more. This is actually Genoa salami. We have capicola hot, capicola sweet, Monterey Jack pepper cheese, fresh homemade mozzarella. Mozzarella. Roasted peppers, and everything in between. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. Let me show you how to do the filling. Putting on my trusty gloves.
It's imperative that you get the filling all over the oil.
Yes, you did a nice job.
Okay.
Okay, you're done. You don't want to use too much oil because you don't want it to be greasy. You're going to have to compress the sandwich later.
What about along the sides?
I think it's perfect the way that it is.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you get the meat, sometimes it's compressed like this. When that's the case, don't even bother separating it. Here. There. Can you see that? Why don't you grab yourself or put on a pair of gloves?
Paging Dr. Greg.
And push it all the way down. So here's the second layer. I'd like to see you do it.
Okay.
And in the meantime, perfect. Mash it in, roll your fingers around the edges so that it lays flat. And take the last one. Now, I've tried to do it willy-nilly, and I've tried to do it with planning, trying to figure out what flavors would go best together, what would prevent things from sliding. It really doesn't matter what order you do it in. It's irrelevant. It ends up coming out almost exactly the same way. I like to try and put cheese towards the middle of the bread, and I like to stack the peppers together. And this is fried eggplant. Most deli counters have them, even in the supermarket. And they add a real richness and fullness to the dish. Here you go. And besides, who doesn't like fried eggplant? I just want to give a little peek as to how we're doing here. Here. Now, sometimes when you get salami or anything that's kind of cut on an angle, you need to take the effort to separate them out, because if you clump them together, they're just going to gather up in the middle, and then you have one big salami slug.
A salami party.
Yeah, big hunk in the middle. I'd like you to finish it out.
Thank you.
There. All right. I love this cheese. How funny is that cheese?
What kind of cheese
spicy.
is that?
It's Monterey Pepper Jack from Slicing. They now have all different kinds of flavored cheeses at the deli counter. And this is so easy to do. Now, I want to show you.
I'm a mozzarella man myself.
Well, that's actually coming next.
I bet everybody in Wisconsin would love this. All the cheese. The
I'm not going to
heads.
Wisconsin anymore.
Brett Favre.
Is that how you say it?
No, it's Brett Favre. Favre is from Something About Mary.
Oh, that's right. I love that movie. Okay, with the cheese, you want to start with a piece in the center because you want to make sure to keep the levels even. But do exactly what you were just doing. Just shove it in the sides and make one full layer. While you are doing that, I'm going to address the peppers. Roasted peppers are a great tool. They add a lot of color, and sometimes they come in vinegar and sometimes they come in oil. No matter what they come in, they need to be drained. I usually put them out on a paper towel. See, this is where my gloves come in handy. There you go. To let them drain. And then dab them with a paper towel, just a little bit.
A little massage.
Just a little. There you go. All right. Now, when you finish, I think you're good. You want to make sure that the sides are laying flat. All right, take that big iron fist and just right down the middle, babe.
I don't want to punch it through, but...
Relax, Hercules. You'll be just fine. Beautiful. Perfect. One more. Great. Okay, now, to take the time to fill this all the way up to the top would take a little bit more time. Let me just show you how to do the peppers, and then we're going to go to one that's actually already been done. Now, pressing it down before you put the peppers in serves two purposes. It helps keep air out, and it also gives you kind of nooks and crannies for the peppers to sit in. They like to swim around a little.
Okay.
Okay. And then, hold on. You gotta do the right. It's easier to do the peppers together. Yeah. Smell.
Cleared my senses.
There is so much garlic in here. Oh, I wish everybody else could smell this. They smell so good. There you go. Now let's say that we were all the way up to the top. We would take the lid, which we've brushed with oil, try and place it back exactly where you had it. Now remember we had the bag from the bread?
Correct.
Okay. Almost always the best thing to store something in is the original container that it came in. So now we have it here. So let's just say, let's remove that one. This one is already full. Okay?
Okay.
So now we're up to this stage. It's heavy, it's dense, and it needs to be wrapped with a ton of plastic wrap. I'm going to grab that. Okay. This is where it's really good to have a friend. Hold the box, please, and take a step back.
The assist.
Yes. Hold it straight. Now. Okay. And then after plastic, we go to tin foil. And there's a specific reason that you use the tin foil.
What is that?
When it compresses, it helps retain the shape and helps keep the bread from breaking or splitting.
Okay.
It also acts as an additional layer so that nothing else, you don't want anything coming into contact with the food because you need to compress this, and usually what we do sometimes is bricks. We cover them with tin foil. In this case, I used big ass books. And then you sit it in the refrigerator overnight.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tell you a really stupid story. I was invited to a Super Bowl party, and I didn't have a lot of time, but there was going to be a ton of guys there, and I wanted to make a really good impression. So I wanted to make the sandwich, but I didn't have a lot of time to do it. I run out that morning, I get all the ingredients, I make the sandwich, but I don't have time to compress it. So I'm thinking, what can I use to make it go faster? After I'd run out of options, I decided that driving my car over it was a bright idea. I swear. I took a little piece of wood, I built a ramp, I parked it right on the sandwich. This made sense to me. It's now time to go. I back up my little chariot, take it up, and I go to the party. I'm opening it up, I'm all excited. The cutest guy is standing in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, sweet. Open it up, the thing exploded out the side.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah.
And it was real, and I was very upset. And of course, I'm sure he saw his opportunity. He's like, no, this is great. We'll cut it out so that everybody can see how cool it looks inside. We went out that following Wednesday.
An explosion brings you together. What can I say?
All right. So now we are up to this point.
How long do you let that sit on there?
Just overnight.
Okay.
In the refrigerator. And then this is what it ends up looking like. Now, after you've served everybody, you cut, I would say, pie-like slices. Actually, this is not the right knife for the right job. This is the right knife for the right job. Now, after you've finished, you're going to have leftovers. This is what I like to do with them.
What's the terminology? Staking the sandwich?
I don't know. Kebabbing it?
Poking the
Poking the sandwich? Honey, could you go poke the sandwich? We have leftovers. All right. You cut them like this, and then you put them in the toaster oven. And what you end up with... Here, let's see. See? You toast them up. Doesn't that look sweet?
Melted mozzarella.
You want one, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Would you like one?
I think Mr. Madden would be so proud. John would love this.
Ah, hold on. Whoa, it fell apart. Grab.
Thank you. What is the proper eating way? You bite, you pull. Do you have a technique?
Not, you know what? I eat with my hands. I eat with my fingers, so I pull it apart.
I love that it's crispy. that definitely makes a sandwich.
Good.
Yep.
Well, do you now feel that you can go home and make this for your friends?
With the utmost ease. Because it's so easy. I just have to do it the day before. Because that's the key, to let it sit in the fridge.
Otherwise, you're going to have to put it under your car.
You know, men tend not to prepare, so gonna have to make sure we do that.
I think that everybody can make this at home. I think it's pretty easy. I think what Greg said is right. All you really need is time and preparation. And if you have any questions, you can always get in touch with us at our website, which is iveysinmykitchen.com, and that's IVEYS inmykitchen.com.
High five. Yeah.